Hi, I'm Stephanie. I am on a journey to lose 125 pounds, and my cat Stanley won't get out of the way. So, there we go. I kept trying to press record, and he kept putting himself in my face. But you're a good cat. I love you. I have been on this weight loss journey for 9 weeks so far. Um, I wanted to take the time to go through and look at the positive changes that have happened since I started losing weight. What things have changed? What have I noticed? For one thing, because 9 weeks seemed like a good time to do it, but also because I have been really struggling with my depression for the past couple of weeks. Um, I've been very dysregulated and just emotionally not doing great. Mental health struggles up the wazoo. Um, so I was hoping that looking at these changes that I've noticed would help me, not necessarily bring me out of the depression. That's a bit too much to ask, but just help me feel a little bit more optimistic. Anyway, so most of this footage is from yesterday because yesterday was the 9 week mark of my weight loss. So, yeah, enjoy this vlog of yesterday's what I ate, um, my exercise, and what is different in my life. Breakfast was muesli and almond milk, as usual. We haven't done dishes in a while, and so I ended up using my daughter's Jack Skellington bowl. It's a ramen bowl. It has a place to put her chopsticks and everything, but no one is allowed to use this bowl except for her, and so I'm going to have to wash it and put it away as soon as I'm done. After breakfast, I went for a run and then very quickly had to pause my run so that I could figure out a way to zip my sports bra back up because it came undone. So I had to find a secluded place and take care of that. That was interesting. Anyway, I got it taken care of and continued on my run. I thought that I would show some of the beautiful scenery that I get to enjoy when I go running. There is the U-Haul depot. I mean, so beautiful and majestic. There's whatever this is, and this lovely electrical something or other. So much beauty all around me. I even get to go over some train tracks, so that's kind of exciting. At this point in my journey, with my weight and my balance, it's better to walk rather than run over the train tracks. Now this is the field where they hold the farmers market. It's right next to the fairgrounds. It's not a large farmers market, but I do enjoy going and seeing what the local vendors have to offer. There are some really pretty views nearby. If I continued going down this road, I would reach a nature park, but I have to wait until my distances have increased because around this point I have to turn around. A little while later, I hit the 1 mile mark. The local flower shop has this beautiful mural painted on its sign. That's always really nice to run past or drive past. And there's a lot of flowering trees in the area. I love when I get to walk or run past this small group of trees. They are so pretty, and these blossoms smell amazing. I sped up the video for my stretching so that you don't have to watch this for too long. The stretches feel really good. They just, on me, look really awful. But I really do enjoy the stretches. And here we have world-renowned pastry chef, Mr. Stanley, kneading his biscuit dough as though his life depended on it. After my run, I had a protein drink because apparently it's good to have protein after you work out or something. I don't know. It tasted good. um, I added this berry pomegranate Mio, some plant-based protein and super greens, creamy chocolate flavored protein powder, and of course, some almond milk. Here it is all mixed up, and I also had a banana. Let's talk about some things that have changed, starting with things that are easier now that I've lost weight. I feel like this footage kind of speaks for itself. That is easier. Taking a shower is easier, not only because I can reach places to clean, but this shower is tiny. It's easier to shave my legs and clip my toenails. Basically anything lower body. Putting on socks used to be really challenging. I would have to like reach really far and strain, and it's not super challenging anymore. I still have some improvements that I can make, but it has gotten a lot easier to put on my socks and to put on my shoes. I don't need to use a shoehorn anymore. I can reach my feet. Tying my shoes is easier. Standing up off the couch is easier. Walking and running and also stairs have become a lot easier. When I stretch, I can get my right foot up for a quad stretch really easily. I still struggle with my left leg. It's not quite as flexible or strong. I used to struggle with both legs, and even the left leg is easier, but there is definitely improvement to be made. Please do not judge the state of my kitchen. Like I mentioned, I've been really struggling with the depression, and things aren't getting done the way that they should be, but I did do a load of dishes, and that's another thing that is easier. Doing dishes used to be kind of excruciating. I would get to a point where my lower back was hurting so bad. I would have to, struggle through finishing the dishwasher and then just go sit down and rest. But it's not painful anymore. Moving on to lunch, I made this amazing, very large salad. The bowl is as big as my hand. It has three kinds of beans. It's got some bell pepper and carrot, snap peas, and goat cheese. And it's got a dressing of Greek yogurt, mustard, lemon juice, and maple syrup. It turned out really good and kept me full and satisfied. It was just a really good bowl of food. I'm not sure quite what to call it, but it was delicious. More things that are different. Things that are smaller. I had my measurements on hand from before I started losing weight because I like to sew my own clothes, and measurements were really useful to have. So I went ahead and took those measurements again just to see how much I've lost. I wasn't able to get like thighs or calves because I didn't have those measurements, but here's what I've lost. 2 inches off my bust, 1.5 off of my overbust, 2.5 off my underbust, 1 inch off my bicep, 4 inches off my waist, and 4 inches off my hip, which is amazing. Another thing that's smaller is my double chin. It's still there, obviously, but it's gotten a lot less full. It feels empty. And here's a side by side of my face from the start of my journey to now. My neck is smaller, my cheeks are less full, and basically there's just a big difference in how my face looks. And of course, the number on the scale has gotten smaller. I've gone from 265 pounds to 241.4 pounds, which is a total loss of 23.6 pounds, and I am very proud of that. For dinner, my husband baked some trout and some potatoes, and I had bell pepper left over from my big bowl at lunch, so I finished that off as well. My totals were 1,611 calories, a whopping 100 grams of protein, and 41 grams of fiber, which is the most protein and fiber I've gotten since I started tracking. Now, more differences, things that are mental health. Now, I knew that my mental health was going to be affected by my weight loss journey. I mean, obviously, I am eating healthier, I am getting movement and sleeping better, and basically just making these changes to make myself healthier. And these are things that are supposed to improve mental health. And I'm sure that in the long run, it will be very helpful. But like I said earlier in the video, I am really struggling with my mental health. I believe it is because I don't have the escape of food anymore. When I would be overwhelmed or dealing with thoughts or emotions that I didn't want to be dealing with, I would go to the food. I would go to the junk food, the fast food, um, the things that numbed me emotionally. Because if I was focused on filling my stomach to way too much, then I wouldn't feel the things that I didn't want to feel. I wouldn't be thinking about the things I didn't want to think about. Um, and I don't have that anymore. I don't have that escape, that distraction. I was talking with a friend earlier today, and she mentioned that I should find some sort of substitute, an alternative, like a healthier thing to turn to in those moments when I would previously have gone to junk food. I mean, yes, I have walking and starting to run, and that is, that's great, but it's not always something that I can do in the moment. So I need to find something that I can use, that I can turn to, that's very easy, um, that's super accessible, and that will not keep me from feeling my emotions, but help me to regulate them better, perhaps. Something that can give me an outlet for those emotions. That's something that I need to think about. Anyway, thank you for watching. Um, Subscribe if you'd like to follow along with my journey, and I will see you next time.